What's up, guys, and welcome back to Book Entertainment. So there is something really interesting, when it comes to the case of Joshlin Smith. Joshlin Smith was last seen wearing a blue t-shirt, a blue denim trousers, and had a birthmark on her right arm. So she was last seen in Middle Post, Saldanha Bay in Western Cape. On that day when she was last seen, Kelly had actually told her that they're not going to school for some weird reason. She did not give, a tangible reason why Joshlin wasn't going to school that day. So she then took her to her boyfriend, left her there. So there is the interesting angle that comes in that Joshlin was taken to a traditional healer who stays also in Middle Post there. The name of this traditional healer is actually Pumza Sigaka. She is a 32-year-old woman from the same area there where Kelly and Joshlin actually stays. So the rumors, and everything that circulates is that Joshlin was taken, to Pumza's house, there where she does, all her traditional work, etc., etc. But no one has any tangible evidence to that. But due to all of these rumors, you would obviously expect an investigation to be done. So what happened is that Pumza was actually arrested, alongside Kelly Smith and two other accused. But this traditional healer was then released, when the state withdrew all the charges due to insufficient evidence. But it makes me wonder, to start, did they do like any forensic investigations, at that house of that traditional healer? Because surely there has to be evidence that is pointing some way, in some directions. If we have evidence against Kelly, then that evidence surely can be linked to a certain direction that can lead you to somewhere. But this case is far from over. And we've seen, people being arrested, being released, then rearrested again when there is sufficient evidence. And a situation that can also happen is that if Kelly Smith is arrested, she can like confess to what happened, to say, okay, this is what happened. You can go to this place. This is where it all happened. At least that's how I can see that this can play out. But the rumors obviously are pointing to the traditional healer, and everybody believes that. But this case, as I said, is far from over, and it is definitely going to be solved just